Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details. Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer initially had some reservations, but they've updated their review based on the excellent customer service they received. They really appreciate how kind, understanding, and informative the seller has been, especially with sending replacement parts, even though it takes a while for them to arrive. Our reviewer notes that this scooter feels sturdy, but they've had to make a fair number of repairs. The battery life seems shorter than advertised. They typically only get around 16 miles on a single charge. Given the scooter's weight, it's difficult to ride without the battery, so keeping it charged is essential. They're planning to get a second battery to extend their range. They also experienced a tire blowout a couple of months in, which was a bit scary. The seller sent replacements, and they were able to fix it themselves. There were brake issues too, which they had professionally repaired at a local bike shop, but even then the brakes wore out quickly. Another issue was a malfunctioning throttle that caused the scooter to unexpectedly take off, which was quite alarming. A replacement throttle is on its way. On top of that, the LCD screen fogs up with condensation, making it hard to read in sunlight. Despite these issues, our reviewer does like some things about the scooter. It's relatively easy to work on, simple to ride, and feels sturdy due to its weight. They also find the design appealing and upgraded the seat for more comfort and better leg positioning. They were surprised that the scooter goes slightly faster than the advertised top speed. The built-in light isn't the brightest, but it works okay in well-lit areas. For safety, they recommend using a proper e-scooter helmet. Despite the repairs needed, they feel it's a great scooter for the price and are hopeful it will last them a couple of years. They recommend getting insurance for repairs during the first year, given their experience. Ultimately, the friendly and helpful seller who provides tutorial videos for installations has made a big difference. This client feels that, considering the price and reliability, it is a 5-star product and they appreciate the service. They still keep their old scooter as a backup, just in case.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer thinks this electric bike is a pretty good deal for the money. They ordered 2 of them, and while the box looked a little beat up on arrival, everything inside was well protected and undamaged. Assembly took a couple of hours for the first one, using an online video as a guide, but the second went much faster. The only real issue during setup was with the rear luggage rack, as the welding was off, and some screw holes didn't quite line up properly. Also, both front wheels rubbed against the disc brakes initially, requiring some adjustment, which they felt shouldn't have been necessary. Despite those minor setbacks, the reviewer says the bike itself performs well. They were surprised by the power even in the low setting. They even tackled a bridge without needing the highest power setting. One word of caution, the reviewer recommends carrying a can of tire sealant, as they got a flat from a tiny sticker, proving how easily a tire can get punctured. Our reviewer plans to use these bikes extensively, particularly for transportation in foreign ports and for grocery runs. They believe the bikes are sturdy and reliable enough for their needs. They did mention some initial issues with the seat tension, but they were able to fix it with a socket wrench. The battery and brakes seem to be working well so far. They've managed to travel over 15 miles on a single charge, using a combination of the electric motor and pedal assist. Overall, this client feels like it's a great bike for what they paid.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer picked this electric bike primarily for its safety features and its unique cafe racer-inspired design. If you're in the market for a relatively lightweight electric bike with that same aesthetic, this could be a solid starting point. Our reviewer found it particularly suitable for leisurely rides and tackling relatively easy trails. The full suspension, combined with an adjustable rear shock offering 3 different height settings, definitely contributes to a smoother ride. The top speed is reported to be just shy of 30 mph. Safety is further enhanced by front signals. However, it's worth noting that it lacks rear signals, though our reviewer mentions it can be modified to incorporate them. The rear riding light is battery-powered, and they strongly suggest considering a motion sensor brake light for added visibility and safety. What really stood out was the excellent customer service experience. This client lives relatively close to the distribution center, which proved advantageous when the controller malfunctioned after several months of use. The company promptly replaced it when they visited to discuss the issue. On the downside, the absence of rear signals is a definite con. The battery-operated rear riding lamp could also be improved with a USB rechargeable alternative that also functions as a brake light. Keep in mind that it's better suited for light cruising rather than more demanding riding. Finally, be aware that the tires are susceptible to punctures from trail thorns. Our reviewer strongly recommends investing in tire armor or puncture-resistant tires, though this might slightly reduce the top speed.
That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Let's chat in the comments. See you in the next one.